Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the Florida Gators and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, catching up with the Rebels head coach, he is taking a 1-0 approach. Even though this team is on a 5-game winning streak and they have an unranked opponent coming into town today, he said all we have to do is keep going 1-0 all year long. If we keep a week-by-week focus, we'll look up and be in the college football playoff. That was his message to the team before this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. So Ole Miss offense who will have the football first. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. They'll be looking to him, and he'll probably be keeping an eye on the other side in this great matchup of wideouts.
It's been so much fun watching this offense, and a big part of why they're in college football playoff contention has been the passing attack, and this wide receiver specifically, and kudos to him because he had a lot of expectations on him and a lot of attention from opposing defenses. All season long, he keeps showing up, and he keeps making plays. Nobody has been able to cover him, and there is no question in this game, if they're going to win, he's got to have a big game.
Hey, put the brakes on it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Snapped on 4th down. Stepping to the right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. So Florida's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And let me tell you about these linebackers. This group can make life miserable on any offense.
And I think when you think of the Florida Gators, you typically think offense. But, man, back in the day, Palmer, and this is back in your day, so, like, this is the get off my lawn old man comment, but you can talk about some of those guys, man. They were at their best when they had those guys that were flying around, that were hunting. Those defensive...
Makes the grab in their space. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Handoff to the single running back.
The one thing you know you're going to get with this guy is yards after contact. He makes people miss. He can break tackles, wears defenses down, and he's doing it right now. After that last carry, the offense now set up beautifully close to the goal line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And I don't think people realize how fast windows close in sports, man. Like, it happens so fast. It looked like the QB thought he had some space, was going to go get the 1st down, but you got to love the speed of the defense, corralling him quickly and stopping him short of the 1st down.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on 4th down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held him to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Right back to it. He's got enough. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Rebels will hustle to the line.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early enough in this game.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Brought down.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get to 2nd and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
Trying to squeak through the pile. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Quarterback changing the play. Needs it here on 4th down. Makes the grab. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
He'll lose 3 on the play. And lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. To the air, it's Marks. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Quick strike through the air for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Sells to run, looking to pass. Got his man on the right. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Gives it. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. He's going for a big play downfield. Leaping grab for a big gain. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Defense looks as if it's coming. This time they'll go to the running game. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And the offense gets 7 on that drive. And I tell you what, man, like, they got 3. They got some good momentum going, continued the momentum, creating some big plays. Palmer, this offense feels like right now, early in this football game, that they're in control, that they know what they want to do, and the defense is reeling a little bit.
Yeah, the defense needs a stop bad the next time they come out. They've got to go back. They've got to get on the iPads. They got to take a look at what this offense is doing to attack them, because they do look like they're on their heels right now. Obviously giving up a field goal early, but now a touchdown. The next time they take the field, they absolutely need a stop.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Final play of the quarter coming. Sets his feet. It's Marks. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. And we take a look at how these quarterbacks are doing so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Fresh center downs going to the air. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Handoff from the gun. Stopped right there.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great way.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 40. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. From the gun, the ground game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward.
It's a running room. At 20. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. So the O-lineman got a little too far downfield. It wipes out the touchdown, and they'll back it up 5. They'll line up for a second down play. Making the adjustment. Looking for a man. It's Marks. Finds his target. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Hauls it in. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Out wide left, it's Miller. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Plows his way ahead. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. Dropping back, it's Marks. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And the Rebels want to move quickly. He's changing the play. He wants to throw it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Driven back. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. The snap sets up to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's picked off at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll run it. Sweet cut there. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll ride him again. Enough to move the chains. Brought down at the 20. It's a 1st down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Play action on 1st down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Oh, man, that defensive back just hurled himself in there like a lightning bolt to get the quarterback.
And you see the speed, the closing speed to run, chase the quarterback, get him on the ground. That's why he plays defensive back. He looks like a pass rusher here, but you could definitely...
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Ole Miss calls its 3rd and final timeout. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Rebels offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Looking to pass. It's Marks. Bought a little time, lets it go. He finds a dead spot in the middle. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. On target. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Just keep slinging it. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, going to throw it. Gets it to the back. There he goes. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They go to the draw. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. To throw, it's Marks. He's got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss! The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. That drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you can't...
Unloads it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive.
Breaks away in the middle. He's inside the 40, the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida.
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this 1st half. Great execution.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that is an obvious personal foul.
Number 93 sets a kickoff.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield, it's Marks. Right down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. Long way to go on 2nd down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that full Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's start with Cincinnati taking on the number 8 team, the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's the Bearcats with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. And I guess what they can take away from this one is they're back to even, 3-3 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now back to your game inside Vaught Hemingway Stadium. What a day so far from that stud linebacker. He's truly the quarterback of that defense, and he's really dictating the way things are going. A dynamic defender in every sense of the word. And with that, let's head back to the Grove at our fellas at Vaught Hemingway Stadium.
The Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach at the half. This is the moment his defense has to get organized. They have been a little problematic here in this first half, giving up too many points. And now, with the opponents getting the ball to start the second half, they do not want that momentum and a positive offensive output right here to change this game. He said our defense has to make a statement and make a stand, and it starts right now. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Some misdirection with the counter. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Quickly to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Looking for the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Gators have their offense in high gear. Tells the run, wants to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Now on second down. Back to pass, it's Bryant. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Rebels in the hurry-up. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Second down to the air. Got a man. It's shot. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Powers inside. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And they get another first down, and this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs, and a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Rebels will snap it on first and 10. Dropping back, it's Bryant. Grabs it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Turning it on. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Caught on the RPO. Great job on the the containment and the tackling, they stop him for no gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Fresh set of downs going up top. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Turns it upfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Gators want to crank the tempo. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Rushes on. He's got an open man. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down.
Love the play call. I love being aggressive there in the first play of the drive, backed up on your own end. There's a lot of coordinators that would just try to run the ball, get some more room, get into a rhythm, but they're taking a shot right away, buying some real estate. Receiver, QB on the same page. That's looking really nice if you're on offense.
To the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. As we head to the 4th quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll go with a first down in the final period. Changing the routes with his receivers. They'll run it. Runs through a tackle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Just feeds the running back. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. Right at the line. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, first and 10 from the 50. DB's right up on the receivers. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. Running inside, it's Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a second and 2. RPO complete. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Now on the move. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
And it's not sexy and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Under pressure, and they got it.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they've regained the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights. With all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him, he delivered.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. The handoff. Pass to 6. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And finally, we see a nice game. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Bryant. Turns it upfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll go back to the ground. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Finds a crease. It's Stevens. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Timed it perfectly to not get free and forces the 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll pull it down and run. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped it. 4th down from the... Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. From the gun, running back on the move. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. New set of downs after the completion. Drops back on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Childs. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's McDuffie. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that one.
Wants to keep it in the air. Lets it fly. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Left side, it's Johnson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. Run ends there. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at 2nd. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
The Rebels line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Trying to get started. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. He's got it. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
That's a great job by the quarterback here in this 2-minute situation, realizing that all of his receivers are available in live targets right now, right? He hasn't thrown to that guy too often up to this point of the game, but he didn't quit on him, and that play saw him wide open, gave him a shot.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Back's got it on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
He'll throw on 3rd down. They're all over him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
3rd downs are so crucial, and quarterbacks, you want them to be, elite with their functioning, be able to go through their progressions, get rid of the football, not take sacks. But they just took a sack. How about the individual effort by that defense, understanding 3rd down and getting to the quarterback?
The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. And he got it! And they surge on top here in the final minute.
Man, this guy has an absolute bomb for a leg. You see the contact? It just sounded different. It sounded like an explosion coming off of his foot. Puts it through the uprights. There's NFL teams watching this game. They're jotting down this dude's name right now because that is an NFL Sunday leg.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do.
Booster.
Sets his feet. It's Bryant. Oh, pressure's coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. They'll take the penalty and move them back. tight game like this one late, and those types of mistakes can just crush you. Let's see what they've got on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Gotta make the play on 4th. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.